Most people encounter fatigue in day-to-day life. Repetitive and prolonged movements such as hitting with a hammer or kicking a soccer ball can bring on fatigue. Fatigue is a high contributor to injuries. This is clearly a problem, with South Australia spending $25 million per year on injuries correlating to muscle fatigue. Therefore, understanding muscle fatigue and its effects to movement may be an answer to this. We currently know that muscle fatigue has been shown to impact movement coordination, movement patterns, and joint angles when performing tasks. Not influenced by fatigue, however, is goal-related task performance, such as things like accuracy. This is due to motor variability, as the brain alters the movement in the presence of fatigue to achieve the same goal. One study at the University of South Australia set out to further understand fatigue and the effect it has on our bodies. Two key mechanisms of fatigue were outlined in the study, these being peripheral and central fatigue. You may be thinking, what is this? Peripheral fatigue is kind of like muscle fatigue. This is where there is an inability to maintain expected exercise intensity. This is usually as a result from a decrease in energy supplies. Central fatigue is like mental fatigue. This is when the message from the important brain regions are not communicating with the muscle due to fatigue in those regions. To investigate these mechanisms, the study had 8 right-hand dominant males and 1 female aged between 18 to 35 participate in a study that would last 4 weeks. In the study, the participants would complete a seated touch task using their left hand. The task involved them pressing one of 9 lead-lit targets arranged near, middle and far when the light was presented. Almost like an electronic hand-eye coordination test, with target accuracy, target consistency, and elbow-shoulder movement ratio being recorded. The sequence in which the targets were presented were randomised. The task was completed when all 90 reaches in blocks of 9 were recorded. The first week session collected all data such as height, weight, and other characteristics such as age, with the second, third, and fourth weeks being testing weeks. The second week session saw the participant perform the task under no fatigue conditions, recording baseline variables. The third and fourth week saw the participants split into 2 groups and tested under ipsilateral, meaning same arm fatigue conditions, and contralateral, meaning opposite arm fatigue conditions, each group doing different conditions and alternating in the final week. Both fatigue conditions saw the participants undergo a single arm dumbbell press workout before undertaking the task. Ipsilateral fatigue conditions were a way of testing peripheral fatigue mechanisms, while contralateral fatigue conditions were a way of testing central mechanisms. The results showed there to be no significant main effect in either conditions for accuracy of reaching the target, consistency of the movement, and in elbow or shoulder joint movement. However, slight decreases in accuracy and consistency were observed, and elbow contribution was higher at the furthest targets. In the future, the fatigue protocol should be made harder to bring about more effects. EMG should be used to identify muscle activity, and more females should be recruited. This study slightly shows how fatigue influences coordination and movement. This is beneficial for athletes and those in the workplace. However, further investigation is needed into fatigue to better understand this area. For more information, please check out these websites.